Welcome to Beyond Nezer's Walls. If you see me, know it's time for Bible study. So today's Bible study is going to be on the story of Zaccheaus. So Jesus is on his way to Jericho, and then there is a man called Zaccheaus living in that town. The Bible story is basically he's a chief tax collector, and he's on the mission to see Jesus. So he sets out to climb a tree, get a clear view of who this Jesus is that he's been hearing about, and then the Bible story basically says Jesus spots him. Jesus goes to Zacchaeus' house, and then Zacchaeus offers his wealth, half of his wealth, to the poor, and promises to 4 times repay anybody who he has cheated on. And then there is also the fact that Jesus recognized that champion in him and said, salvation has come into your house today. So here are things that I would like to discuss. This is going to be hopefully a 2 or 3 part series. So let's get into it. Firstly, I want to say that what is your plan as a believer to know Jesus? Because you've been hearing about Jesus, and it's not your first encounter, it's not your second encounter. You've been hearing things, you've been hearing people say, oh, Jesus healed, or I studied my Bible. Just you've been hearing about Jesus, and then like Zacchaeus, I want you to come to understanding that there has to be something that you want to do to meet Jesus. You just have to try. Just make a first step. That's what this Bible study is going to talk about. Make the first step. So Zacchaeus' first step was to wake up, take a particular route that he knows Jesus is definitely going to follow this route, position himself somewhere so that he can see Jesus. He didn't necessarily think of, oh, he wants to see Jesus and he wants Jesus to see him too, because at least he would require Jesus to see him probably from his side view. So he was all the way up. We know that, okay, what happened next? Jesus is walking that route and then looks up at that moment, like as Zacchaeus is there looking at Jesus, Jesus looks up and makes eye contact. So what are the odds that Jesus will look up as opposed to just looking straight as to where he's going? Like, I don't think he was walking around looking up at every tree looking for someone. But that's the thing about our Savior. When he sees that we've made a step to see him, know him, talk to him, or just any form of interaction whatsoever, he is merciful enough to want to reach out to us too. And here is the thing, Zacchaeus did not just see Jesus, he met Jesus. He didn't only meet Jesus because Jesus called him by his name and all. He had the opportunity to host Jesus. So there's this thing I always say, that God will meet you where you are. He just wants to know that, oh, I'm interested, I'm willing, I'm curious, and that is more than enough for him. Because once he gets into your house, you yourself will be obsessed with him. And I love this so much because it showed me that wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, or if you're watching this and you feel that, oh, you want to know Jesus and you don't think you are in right standing, or you don't even have the qualification, being curious is enough for Jesus to come into your life. Because Zacchaeus was not even a righteous person. Zacchaeus was a chief tax collector. He was popular for being a bad person. People didn't like him. But people are not Jesus. Your salvation is not tied on people. See you in the next one.